Hey everyone, producer Alex here. I hope you're having a great off season. We had a blast this year on Bless Your Hardt, the first year of Bless Your Hardt. And before we go on to the new year, we wanted to run back some of the best moments from this past year. Enjoy.
Let's talk about FanDuel.
Okay.
All right, so this is not an ad because we do have a FanDuel partnership here at Dirty Mo Media, but similar to how excited I was when you wanted to get in fantasy football the other day, you were like, make me a FanDuel account.
Mm-hmm.
And it was for the Super Bowl. And I was like, damn, all right. She's like, I want to bet on the game. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
You bet on the Eagles to win. They won. You made,
Yeah, so I'm like, if I go to Vegas, I want to put it all on black. I'm not putting it all over the table. So I wanted a safe bet just to play
a win or
little
lose. Yeah. And so you had a great experience, and then you were gifted $200 in bonus bets.
Yeah, so they gave me $200 in bonus bets for my small little winnings. They're like, okay, Amy, come on back.
Yeah.
And so I what do you call it? Ghosted.
They expire in 7 days.
So as soon as we get back from Daytona, I have like an hour, whatever, to do my bets. And so instead of trying to put too much thought into it, I basically just copied all of Tim's bets.
Yeah. Tim had a parlay.
Yeah, it's parlay.
And
I won 2 of the 3. And it was fun. I was really, really hoping that the hockey team would pull that last one off.
Yeah. We were a day ahead, so I didn't know they were going to bench all their players, and that was a bad luck for us. They still almost won, and they had half their players out.
Yeah.
But
I told Dale, I was telling him this yesterday, I stayed up to watch all 3 of the periods, and I didn't watch the 4th one because I was tired. And he's like, Amy, there are only 3. I was like, oh, well, then I saw the whole thing.
She's like, oh, man, I'm tired. 3rd period's over. Hopefully they win. I'm like, that's
funny.
the end of the game.
Yeah, Law and Order is on now, but that's fine.
Yeah, I didn't get that far. I didn't get into the commercials
Game's
yet.
over.
I'm like, well, clearly I was tired.
So let me ask you this. The parasites.
Yeah.
You believe we all have some sort of a
100% we all have parasites.
thing going on,
if you
right?
eat anything that's natural, raw foods, there's a likelihood that there's some type of a parasite on it.
Microscopic sort of
sushi,
things. Yeah.
any undercooked meats, absolutely.
And so they're all
your body can naturally get rid of some of them.
Your body can take care of that.
But if you overdo your liver with life, as we do sometimes, alcohol, processed foods, whatever, your body can't keep up.
No. So I feel like that the more alcohol I drink, the better and stronger my body is.
So here's the thing. There are videos on the internet where you can see what vodka or olive juice, like vinegars, onion juice, garlic, they can actually dissolve and kill parasites almost instantly.
Awesome.
You can watch it happen.
Yeah.
But your liver gets in the middle of that. You're not like dropping alcohol straight into a parasite's mouth when you drink it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work like that in your body.
Me and my friends called it the iron gut.
Well, there is such a thing as like having
you build up a tolerance.
Yeah, your body gets used to your actions for sure.
I'm not a lightweight. I've got an iron gut. So I feel like the things that I've done, and even if you put a few parasites down in there, probably pretty good. They're probably eating up They're probably eating some bad things.
You do not have an iron gut. You have a baby gut. You have issues with your gut all the time.
Like what?
Pooping
I
and farting.
Poop regularly? That's like probably good. That's
I think that you have intolerances to
working.
dairy and meat, and we've talked about that. If you eat those things, especially at the same time, it smells like a dead animal's in the house.
Oh, gosh.
I think you could benefit heavily from a cleanse, and we've done cleanses together. This one's not so different. You just take specific tinctures that help kill the parasites. So like you just pass them out.
You pass them out your bottom.
You pass them out your bottom. There's an enema that you do every day
to
help flush it out.
What?
Uh-huh.
You give yourself an enema.
Yeah, you give yourself an enema. I've done that before. Remember I told you I was doing coffee enemas.
Explain to me the enema process.
You shove a hose up your rear end.
Jesus.
And the water drains in, and then it all comes out.
I can't do it. I'm not doing that.
I've given you an enema before.
Stop it. Don't tell everybody that. I was having a medical issue.
It's called a colonoscopy. You didn't have an issue.
No.
I've given you 2, actually.
Yeah. I was having a medical issue, in my gut and was on some medication.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I gave you the enema.
Yeah.
I know how to do this, and it's really not that traumatic. So anyway,
that's love right there.
It is love.
That's love.
I've done.
That's when you know.
Yeah.
When she will look at your bottom and she's still with you the next day.
Get a visual of the whole process now.
When she sees the worst parts of you and she's still there, that's when you know. All right. I mean, that's the show. Good job. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed the fourth and final episode.
I have
Bless Your Hardt.
I have given myself coffee enemas in the last several months.
The is that?
So there's enema grade coffee that is like mold free and all the things, and it helps to flush your liver. So like going backwards basically from doing the cleanse, like taking all the tinctures.
Wait, you're just drinking coffee?
No, you're not drinking it. You put it in the enema bag and it goes up.
No way.
Yes.
Stop
and so
this.
Stop. You stop. I have got to tell you this. I passed
you don't
a
have
Parasite.
To tell the entire world.
The very first time I did that. So now I know. I have a picture which I won't share with the world. That's too much.
I mean, but you know it's a real parasite?
Yes. What I'm saying is I know there's probably some more in there.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's why I want to do this.
Listen, I'm all for parasite cleansing. I'm all for, I believe, yes, there's probably some little things running around in your gut. You're like, yep, I could live with it, but probably get it on out, be better. And I'm going to take this cleanse and poop out some parasites. Awesome.
So here's the thing. When they die in your gut, it can cause all types of gas and like stomach pains and things like that. So that's why the enema's in place, so you can get them out faster.
Too graphic.
It's pretty graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for the lighthearted.
You're tough. You're.
I'm a little weird. It's okay.
I mean, hey, we're all weird.
But I feel like knowing now that I had that one come out that very first time, there's got to be more in there, and I want them out. I can't stop thinking about it. So here we are. We're sitting on the couch. I'm looking at my phone, and the kids have gone to bed already. We've had a couple of High Rock cocktails, and I see this Joe Rogan clip come up about, he's interviewing someone, and I forget who it was, but there's a book that was written in 1900, legitimately. This book exists, and it tells a story about basically predicting the future of Trump, or Barron, actually. Barron Trump is the last president, and I don't have the details because I didn't get the book. I didn't really want to go down that rabbit hole. But it basically kind of foreshadows all the things that are currently happening and might happen in the future with Barron. And so I'm like, this is really weird. How can someone possibly know that? Do you think that time travel is real? Do you think that this person actually traveled through time and wrote the book, kind of like Back to the Future with the almanac, you know? Is it possible that that's real? And Dale Jr. looks over at me and he goes, how can time travel not be real, Amy? And I'm like, wait, what? And that's all he told me. There was nothing else. And so I want an explanation as to how he has just so adamantly come to that conclusion and could just drop that bomb like that and then just, leave it.
Yeah.
So
please explain.
Well, I don't have like hard evidence, but you make a great point.
Well, no one does. There's so many theories about things that you feel like could really plausibly be real, but there's no real evidence.
The way I feel about it is, so there are a lot of scenarios kind of like this book, right, that you're talking about. There's a lot of things that'll kind of pop up in pop culture conversation about time travel, and there's been sitcoms and shows about it, and so it's time travel has kind of always been just like Back to the Future, right? It's always been this mystery and this thing that we all wonder about.
What I wonder is who said it first.
Yeah. So my feeling is that it's more than that. I would say that if I had to guess, it is absolutely more than likely real. Like I would say that it's more likely that time travel is possible, and that there are, so you got to think about like,
It's just so hard for me to believe that someone who doesn't like metal chopsticks can believe that time travel is real. Like, how does that go together?
There are some things that are missing to convince me that time travel is real, right? If time travel was real, we're humans, we're imperfect, we screw up. Somebody would slip up. Somehow, if time travel was real, some way, somehow, there would be a folly of sorts that would provide us all like the context of, oh crap, it is real, right? And so, but
yeah, please keep going. That makes me feel like I got a hard question for you.
yeah, so that makes me doubt time travel, because there isn't any real hard evidence. It just feels like if it was real, there would be hard evidence. But I also know that, like, I don't know how far into the future the human race goes. I imagine every several million years, there's like a turnover of, just like the dinosaurs, right? The dinosaurs are roaming the earth. Something happens, meteor, whatever, dinosaurs are gone. There is got to be an endpoint for us as humans, or there's a trend, or there's something that happens out there in the future, millions of years down the road.
So here's my question.
There's this long runway, right, of technology, and long runway of studying and developing and learning and processing, and there has to be I would assume the chances are really high that the discovery of how time travel could work happens in the span of the human race, right, and its entire existence on this planet. And so I would imagine that it's likely we eventually colonize another planet, or right. I mean, why wouldn't we? Why? And certainly that technology will be developed to do such a thing. It sounds crazy.
It sounds like you've been watching too many YouTube videos.
I just have an open mind, and I'm the kind of person that believes everyone is good, right? Until you prove otherwise. I don't walk around guarded going, well, everyone I meet might be an ass. I walk around going, everyone I meet is a really good person unless they prove otherwise. Give me some hard evidence that you're a jerk. And so I think about life and technology and discovery the same way. Why wouldn't it happen? Certainly it might happen. I was watching this soccer match, and the team wins, and when the team wins, some of the guys pull their jerseys off, I guess maybe to hand it to a fan or whatever, and this guy pulls his jersey off, and he's wearing a sports bra.
I mean, it's shocking.
Yeah, and I was like, well, what is that? And then I saw Jaden Daniels, my quarterback.
Yes.
Washington Commanders. He had one on outside of his hoodie.
Really?
Yes, on the outside. So
why?
Gray hoodie, black sports bra.
At a voluntary practice or whatever, mini camp or whatever's going on right now. And I said, we were on the plane going to the F1 race, and I said, Amy, what is that? Like, what's he wearing? It looks like a sports bra. It's shaped like a sports bra.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? And she goes, I don't.
It does. It looks like a weird fashion choice, which I, could totally admit to not understanding.
Well, it turns out it's like a GPS tracker.
Yeah, Connor told us it was like a utilitarian device.
Yeah.
For what? What possibly could that benefit?
It helps you track your workout, your heart rate, all things.
I'm like, well, what's it doing
My
on the
watch does
outside?
that.
It's not touching your skin.
Yeah.
Also, there's so many other options, like heart rate tracking, like watches, bands, whatever, that don't look like a woman's bra.
Yeah.
It's a two-strap scoop neck situation.
Yeah, they're just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's odd.
I wouldn't choose that.
Yeah, it seems like an odd choice.
But it seems like they're all choosing it.
Somebody's
getting paid to choose it.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Somebody invented it.
It's kind of like, what were those golden things that like Jerry Rice was pitching?
The copper bracelets?
Copperware,
Yeah.
like the sleeves.
Yeah,
and
copper fit or whatever.
Copper fit.
Yeah.
It's like the new, this is the new trend, right?
That's why I see people with compression socks. I don't know. They're up to like their knees. Those
compression socks?
Yeah, I don't get that. Don't understand what that is.
I don't know.
It feels like a lot. Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
Sometimes when I drink a lot, I need some compression socks.
Yeah, totally. We should wear compression socks around the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in the plane and Connor's trying to explain this whole thing to us. And none of us are really figuring out like how to buy into it. But
Yeah,
Connor had he had another fun tidbit about the Red Bull hat. And
God.
Dale like it's like the elusive ungettable get now because you have to be a Red Bull driver. Athlete.
Period.
You have to be a Red Bull athlete. Sorry, not driver. To receive a hat with a Red Bull logo on it.
Yeah.
And you're like crowned with your hat. So we get up to the Red Bull suite at the track and there's a guy
a streamer, gamer.
Yeah, so he doesn't speak English very well, but he is like mega excited. And we just stumbled upon him getting crowned with his hat and they gave him a jacket and the whole thing. So we got to watch him get super excited about it. And we're like, Connor, what is happening here? He's like, oh, well, he's, a Red Bull athlete. So they just gave him his hat. And
Connor has a Red Bull hat and that's the hat. That's his. Hat. He wears, it's already starting to get a little dirty on the brim.
Yeah.
That's his Red Bull athlete hat.
And that's how you can tell too, when you're in an environment like that, who they all are. So it's very cool.
Wow.
It's such a simple thing, but it really rubs Dale's ego because
I've heard about this. This is something I've heard about the athletes getting the hats. But they were like, hey man, you and Connor Zillich are going to do a little, content about the Red Bull soapbox race. So I host with Mike Bagley on Discovery this Red Bull soapbox race, and it's out now. You can go stream it on Discovery, and basically it's hilarious and a lot of fun to watch if you want to check it out. But so I've been doing a little bit of work. Red Bull's been fun. They're a great iconic brand. I'm loving they're back in NASCAR.
Yeah,
and because I want them to succeed, but. We had this little content grab on my property in my gas station that I have on my property where we shoot a lot of stuff. And we're sitting there and I walk in and I'm like, I had some other hat on like this. And I was like, do y'all need me to change hats? I'll put on a Red Bull hat. I don't care. Connor goes, oh, you can't wear a Red Bull hat. You're not a Red Bull athlete. And I was like, who the are you?
Telling me what I can't.
Tell me what I'm going to wear in my own
Give me your
property. Hat. I was like, who 18-year-old kid going to snap back at me about what I'm wearing?
And this sweet kid is literally just like trying to tell him what the rules are. Like, oh no, don't break the rules, because it's important to him.
I'm like, I should have snatched that
Dale's
damn hat
feathers
off his head.
flew out.
I was so mad. But I was like, all right, yeah, I get it, man. I kind of knew about this phenomenon. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And But
all the while, he's like, every Red Bull hat he sees, he's like,
I see them. I know. But it was cool, it is a big deal to those athletes. It is a big deal to those guys that become part of that brand or part of that team. And to watch this guy sort of get his crown.
Yeah.
And he got it from Max.
Yes, he got it from Max.
Like Max Verstappen.
Big deal.
Top of the chain in terms of Red Bull athletes, right? Wouldn't you say? And this guy, this gamer, I guess he has like millions of followers on his stream, on his
like 150 million followers.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was cool to see. He was like there were some of his friends with him, and they were so happy for him. Like it was just this really big moment.
Yeah.
In this guy's life.
Yeah.
And
then we kept teasing Connor after that. I'm like, okay, well, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Yeah. And I was quizzing him. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, you should know your people. Thursday mornings is cleaning day at our house.
Yes.
We have a cleaning crew that comes in and helps us keep the house clean. And they usually start upstairs in our bathroom. And so, it's hard to get ready when that's happening. So Dale darts up there and gets ready and then gets over here. But I had to get ready down in the guest bathroom, which was fine.
The Elvis room?
The Elvis room.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get back upstairs. I didn't take my extra clothes down there. So I've got a tiny towel. Those towels are not very big. A tiny towel, my dirty clothes, my toiletry bag, and Junebug, who never leaves me out of sight.
Never leaves your side, yep.
I've got all this trying to keep this towel on and get back up the stairs. Well, the stairs are wet because they've been mopped. And I'm like, well,
what are you doing?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I go around back to the elevator and try to get in the elevator. Well, the door's open upstairs because somebody left it open after they took Gus down to pee
at 3 o'clock
in
the morning, yeah.
So I can't get up the elevator either. I'm like a sitting duck in the middle of the house, half naked. So I'm frustrated and flustered. I ended up getting upstairs. I just went up the wet stairs, and I got ready, dried my hair. Like there's literally like ladies around me in the bathroom with me as I'm getting ready.
Yes.
And then I get downstairs and I'm sneaking out the door before Junebug can dart out and get my feet. Well, guess what's going on in the garage? Your Roomba,
yes,
which he has allocated Mr. Mom, is in the garage running about. Does anybody else have a Roomba in the garage? It's not normal. It's not normal to do that.
Did you back over it?
Well, I wanted to.
Hopefully
it was really pissing me off.
Hopefully you didn't run over Mr. Mom on the way out.
It used to be in the house, and it woke everybody up in the middle of the night.
Wasn't that a great movie, Mr. Mom? Y'all remember that movie from back in the day, Mr. Mom? That's why I named our Roomba Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom.
Yeah.
So Mr. Mom is all over the place in the garage. Well, coincidentally, it's right in between my tires when I need to get out of the house. And I'm running a little bit behind. And so I wait. I'm like watching that thing go back and forth, trying to figure out if it's going to go under my car or go away from my car. Well, the thing was about to go under my car. So I just moved it over. Well, it just turned and went straight under my car. And I'm like, ah. And so I turned it around and then got in my car real quick. Well, I had hit the button to open the garage door and the gate at the same time.
The Roomba escaped?
I'm looking. No, we aren't that lucky.
Mr. Mom, he's out.
I'm looking at the monitor in my car to make sure I don't run over Mr. Mom, and I ran into the garage door.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Ran into the garage door. So, of course, I'm...
Bad?
It went back down and went back up and again, so it's
still working?
It's working, but it's going to need your attention.
Okay.
And I don't have a damn clue where Mr. Mom ended up. So, sorry.
What a day.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Here we are. We're having a good time.
Yep. That's right.
Anybody else run into the garage door lately? It's not just me. I know it's not just me that ran into the garage door.
Nope.
I know you haven't. I've never done that before.
I've backed into our garage door with my truck, yeah. You know, you'll...
Why do men get to get away with stuff like that without getting scolded, but women don't?
Well, I'm gonna scold myself.
Like you're acting like I'm. Well, you didn't even tell me though. Like you didn't say anything.
Well, I mean,
you could fix it.
Yeah.
Is that the reason?
What?
That we don't even talk about it because you're gonna be the one to fix it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it just bumped into it.
Oh,
I didn't knock
hit it
off.
pretty hard.
Okay. Gosh.
The car's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, we'll work on it. I know we just got those restained.
I know we just refinished.
Now we're gonna have to refinish them again.
No, you just need a dent getter outer and bang it around a little.
A dent getter outer?
Yeah.
There's a dent in the garage door. They're made of wood. Is it cracked, popped, broken? Oh my gosh! I need to know.
I didn't have enough time.
Don't you guys?
All I'm gonna say is one wheel isn't in the track, and there might be a little wood out of place.
I can fix the wheel in the track, the wood. I'm not a carpenter.
Well, you got to start there to get the thing.
We'll figure it out. Don't you guys, when your wife's telling you like something that she damaged, you're like, well, okay, explain the damage. And they just really can't explain the damage. And you're like, I got to have this image in my head.
It's not as bad as it feels.
So I know what I'm up against, you know? Yeah. Well.
What'd you say? Listen, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. We're all fine.
I've got a physical coming in next week. And so I'm talking to my doctor in this patient portal on my phone.
I think that's so weird.
It is. I used to have my doctor's number and would call him, talk to him. Hey, man. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Do I need to worry about this? Is this okay?
Like a normal conversation.
Totally, yeah.
He retired. New guy comes in. They get bought or they're part of some,
a big system.
Big system.
Yeah.
So you can't call the guy. He sends you notes in the portal.
And you get your blood work results through the portal too, so you can see them before you even talk to your doctor about it. Which is terrible.
I've talked about this. I'll go get my blood work or anything, right? And you'll get the test results before the doctor. You get the test results and you go looking at it and you're like, oh, okay, that's out of range. What does that mean? And you're Googling and it's scary.
Yes. Good chance to spiral before you actually talk to anybody.
And you're like, oh, I need to talk to my doctor. And you can't. But he will send you notes. So, like, I got my test results. 3 days later, he sends the note. Hey, man, this is good. Everything's good. This is good. This is good. We'll talk about this. They could probably fix this, work on this. And I'm like, yeah, okay, good. And I was like, well, that one thing's elevated because, so apparently you're not supposed to, before a blood work, you're supposed to just like drink a ton of water for like a long time so you don't get dehydrated results. You don't have sex 72 hours before, or so. You can't eat for 12 hours before your blood work. You probably shouldn't, you probably should eat really smart for about 2 or 3 weeks. So your results are relatively all flat and level. Like you wouldn't want to eat about, 3 fried chickens 2 days before you go in there, right? So, we didn't adhere to the sex part.
Yeah.
Right. So this one thing was elevated, and I was like, hey, in the portal, he's talking to me, and I'm responding in text as well. And I'm like, yeah, well, that one thing might be high because I did have sex, within 36 hours of the test. I'm thinking I'm having a conversation with my doctor. And all of a sudden
and already talking about literally intimate things.
Yes, intimate things. And then another person replies, I guess like his assistant or lady, she goes, y'all can talk about this when you come for the visit. And I was like, what? Someone else is here? Yes.
Who are you?
Yes. Who are you?
How'd you get in here?
I thought this was a conversation with my doctor.
And it was. And he was responding back.
He was.
And he asked you all these questions.
He did.
And you responded. And she's like, not today, Junior.
Y'all can talk about this. I was like, oh my God. I have been feeling terrible about that since.
Well, she should feel terrible for interrupting your conversation.
I'm so embarrassed.
It's a weird thing. The portal's weird, but that takes it to a whole new level.
Yes.
It felt like it was like this private lockdown conversation.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's a new person.
We're talking about blood work. We're talking about,
everything.
Personal details around all of that information and data. That alone felt like it should just be a me and him conversation.
Yeah.
And he is asking me stuff and talking to me in this
it's like a text thread
portal.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, all right, well, I did have sex, so maybe that's why we got that reading or whatever. Nope. More people were in there.
Yeah. And it was a female too. That was the other thing that made you feel uncomfortable.
I can't wait to go.
It was his nurse or something.
I can't wait to go to my physical and have a conversation about this because I'm on it.
I can't believe you didn't write back in there like, who the hell are you?
Well, I might. I still can.
Yeah, you should. I would.
Shoo. I'm going to go and I'm going to open it up and say, hey, man, who is this lady? Can I see her?
Yeah.
Where is she? Where is she at? Is she in the building?
Do we know this lady?
And why is this not a one-on-one conversation? And when can I have that? Because that's what I need, right, with my doctor. Especially at my age, as you get older.
Oh, yeah. We're not doing all this
technology. We're going to be doing all kinds of,
I always used to think like, no way I'm going to be that way. When I get older, I'm just going to adapt and go with the flow with all the things. It is just something you're not willing to do. It's not that you're not capable. You just don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do this portal thing. I want to talk to someone.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I had our old doctor, incredible guy. Saw him forever and we had a relationship. This new guy, maybe it's just going to take a while. I have his number. I text him, but maybe he's changed his number. I'm going to ask him when I'm at the physical. I'm going to say, hey, can I just talk to you? I know he probably can't do that with every patient, but I don't know.
And what's the difference in doing that and then doing it in the portal?
Right. Yeah.
Same process.
Because I certainly don't I don't want to have a conversation and Sandra come butting in.
There was one night, so there was one dinner.
Yeah.
And this was a dinner that the Amazon higher ups put together. So it's going to be one of those deals where you show up and there's a table of 15 or 20. It's going to be a long thing. Mm-hmm. And which me, I like to sit down, order, get the check, and get up and leave before anyone else has even got their, finished their plate. I'm ready to go. But, it's we're going to go to this dinner. So everybody's in the cars and we're riding over to this restaurant and we get to the curb and we get out and we go in the door. And in the door, it's the boutique that you used to work at.
It's like Lavender. So it's a small just boutique for women's clothing.
Mm-hmm. It was a small clothing boutique.
Okay.
We walked into the door and there was like swimsuit rack, blouses, hats.
Blouses.
There was a group in the corner putting makeup on some girl. You know,
Really?
they're just doing makeup in the corner. There was a cash register and a clerk, or just ready to retail you up. And
did the girl look like she was being dressed and all, like she was a model?
I don't have a clue. They were just doing her
weird.
makeup. I couldn't really see, it wasn't facing me, but I could just tell someone's getting their makeup done over in the corner.
Okay.
Across from, and it's a boutique, it's clothing.
Well, so that doesn't usually happen in a clothing boutique. So that's already like one weird thing happening in the store.
Across from the desk where the cash register is, on this wall, it's a glass booth exactly like this, where these guys are sitting. Mm-hmm. It's a glass booth, and in that glass booth is meat, hanging meat, dried meat. Like a refrigerator, big
like a
old
dehydrator
pieces,
thing?
big giant pieces of meat where you might cut off a T-bone or slice off a steak.
So it's like a curing box.
Dried, aged, yeah.
Oh.
And they were in their own little cases in there, and they were just hanging. So it was like clothing boutique, meat.
So weird.
Yep.
Clothing boutique, makeup girl, meat.
Yes. And I'm like, all right. And I have no clue. Like, there's nothing telling me go this way to the restaurant. There's nothing.
So you're just wandering aimlessly.
We're just standing in there,
staring at all the weird things.
Like, there's like 10 of us, 15 of us, like shuffling 5 feet into this place. Nobody wants to go too far.
But the girls didn't say, "Hey, restaurant's that direction."
No one's saying anything.
That's so weird.
And I'm like, I don't really know where to go to get to where steakhouse is or whatever this is, right?
Maybe they were hoping you'd buy something.
So I'm just standing there. Finally, somebody's like, "Hey, man, we're supposed to go to the elevator." So we walk through the store and around the corner, and there's an elevator. And we hopped on this elevator, and it goes up and it opens up, and awesome, nice steakhouse. I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah, you did.
Looked awesome. Looked like a steakhouse supposed to look, right? So now I'm like, okay. Now we're out of that weird.
Kind of making a little bit more sense.
Yeah, that was a weird entry.
The meat downstairs still is kind of baffling.
I know.
Why?
Yeah, but so we sit down, and it's a big table, a lot of people. We had Chef David Chang, sit with us, which was cool. He was the only. He was like the surprise, I guess. So we're sitting there, and we order our food. And this was interesting. So we're sitting there with David, and David wanted to order for us.
Yeah.
But what happened, he didn't get the chance to do that. And he goes, y'all, I usually would, I would suggest in the future, if you go to a restaurant and they're like, hey, do y'all want us just kind of bring it to you? Don't do that. He says they'll bring to you what they can't get rid of.
Oh, gross.
Not that it's old and bad. He's just like, they're going to bring to you the least sort of ordered items,
which is the less desirable stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, they brought steaks, filet, salmon filet, salmon, yeah, a little salmon, 5, 6, 8 ounce salmon pieces. They brought a couple of things. It wasn't bad. It was okay. The steaks were super rare, really rare. The salmon was super rare.
Woof, no thanks.
Super rare. Mm-mm. So, we kind of nibbled on this stuff, but we're like, we got our drinks. It's pretty early. And all of a sudden, the music gets super loud. We got a speaker right here, and it's like, holy crap.
Too loud for you?
Nobody can talk. You can't hear a person next to you.
Wow.
Turn around, and there's 20 or 25 probably under 25-year-old girls.
Good Lord.
They're 20 to 22, maybe younger, and they're modeling the clothes from downstairs.
So the chick getting her makeup done was a model.
Yep. Okay. That's why the girl's getting the makeup done.
Okay. So
they're coming, they just walk through, turn around, and walk out. And the music just plays really loud. And they're all, they're just wearing clothes. No, nothing. It's not like they're in a costume or an outfit or there's a theme.
Yeah.
And they just walk through and walk out, and it stops, and everything goes back to normal. And then so we go back to chatting and talking, and I thought, okay, that was just like a little thing. I guess it happens.
So the music comes on, but there's no MC like, hey guys,
nothing.
Nothing.
Well, I mean, they might have said, I wouldn't have understood.
I know, but you would have heard
word
that.
of it. Yeah, no, I didn't hear that.
Interesting.
The next thing, 5-10 minutes later, there's a guy that starts playing guitar, and it's great. Mm-hmm. Sounds awesome. He is dressed up like he's dressed up like he is a megastar. He's got on
what
like
does that
rose,
mean?
like he's got on a whole outfit, very loose.
Like silk
No,
patterns?
no.
Does he wear a cape?
No. So you know how who sings
Elton
Achy
John?
Breaky Heart?
Oh, Billy Ray.
You know how Billy Ray looks now,
Yeah.
right? And he's
So he's bejeweled.
Yes,
He's like,
yes.
his hair's got a lot of stuff
right.
in it, even though
this
it looks
guy
like it's
is
dirty.
looking like Billy Ray Cyrus, and he's got on dark glasses. It's 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night, and he is playing this guitar, and he's like hanging off the edge of his stool, and he's moving, and he's grooving, but he played for literally 45 seconds, a minute and a half tops, not even a full song.
What?
Yes, and then he stopped, and then he left.
Was he singing or just playing the guitar?
Nothing, just playing the guitar. But he was like, it was loud, and he was like, dun, 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 and then he just stops, and it ended just quickly as it started, and then it all went back to normal, and then 5 or 10 minutes later, the girls are back. They walking through all in new outfits. And this kept happening while the food's coming and while the thing's coming.
I would have been very overstimulated.
It was.
Like kinetic.
And so I think it really wore Steve out because Latart, we get done with the nibbling on our food, and the dessert hadn't even been talked about yet, and that's definitely probably coming. And he's like, I'm ready.
I'm ready to get out.
I'm ready to go. And
that's not like Steve either. He likes to sit and chit chat, and like he loves a leisurely dinner.
And so the Amazon folks, this one girl in particular, Amy, she's awesome. She's like, hey, y'all can go ahead. Well, don't worry about it. Y'all can go. And she's like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. And so we got up and we left a little early. They were there. Apparently, they were there quite a bit longer. During this dinner, one of the coolest things happened, I guess. So David Chang sits down, and I'm learning who he is, right?
Yeah.
And sitting between me and David Chang is Trevor Bain. Trevor Bain is the real star of the Prime broadcast. I know everybody loves Carl and Corey, and everybody's got a particular thing they love about it, but Trevor's like the secret sauce. And
tell me more.
Well, his delivery, when you say, hey, Trevor, man, our producer will say, toss it down to Trevor. We'll be in the middle of the race. Something's happening, and he'll go, Trevor's got something to add. And you'll go, yeah, and that's a heck of a corner ran by that guy, Trevor. And Trevor will go, yes, sir. And then he starts his ad. And so he got razzed about that a little bit. Like, save the yes, sir for like one really good
you
big
can't
moment.
say it every time.
Yeah, he would do it every time.
So
yes,
his manners
yes,
are just too good for y'all, is what you're trying to say.
He's so happy to be there.
Yeah.
And he wants to do a really good job. And he has, in just a very short period of time, turned into somebody who does a great job with his ads on Pit Road. He adds awesome information.
Gotcha.
Really does. And he's the sweetest guy.
Yeah.
Nice as can be. Just incredible. And so we're sitting there, and he goes, hey, David, did you know Dale Jr. has his own beef jerky?
Oh, my God. That's how this started? I was just going to ask you. Like, I knew that you did this, but I didn't know how you facilitated it.
Oh, really? And I was like, yeah. I just bought into this company, and I started spitting out as much information as I could, as fast as I could. I was like, yeah, and that's exciting, Blake and his brother, and Blake, and I'm just like trying to tell him before he loses interest really quickly.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'd love to try it. And I said, I got a bag. I'll bring it tomorrow. I'll just give it to you. You could just take it. And he's like, okay. And so the girl from Amazon, Amy sitting right across from me, she's like, I'm going to make sure this happens. And so the next day, she's like, hey, I'll bring him up to the booth. He comes up to the booth, and I'm got the bag, and I'm going to give it to him. And he even says, let's make sure we film this. And so he tries the jerky. He's like, sweet, salty, proper chew. Really, you got to chew. You chew it, and you got to chew it, and that gets the flavor coming out, and it's awesome. And he's just like doing his chef thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was texting.
Were you sitting there waiting for him to say anything negative, like a real critique? Like,
well, I was just going to delete
you could
all
do
of
this.
the evidence if he said anything bad. I was just going to go, all right, give me your phones.
I know, but I know who you are. Were you sitting there waiting?
Yes, I was
kind
nervous.
of for him to go.
No,
well,
hell no. this is the best jerky in the universe. And I knew when he ate it, he would go, this is the best I've ever had. And I was not worried the least bit that he was going to dislike it.
Yeah.
But I was wondering that it might be so good that he'd be afraid of overselling it. Like he would be afraid of like being too unbelievable, right? Too dramatic. Like, oh my God.
I feel like he would have done that more if it was terrible and been like, hey, behind the scenes,
no.
you'd be like, you know,
well,
you really
I know you
could kick the salt up a little bit,
I
or
was
you could do this a
absolutely
little
not
bit.
worried. I knew it was perfect. And I knew when he tasted it, we were on our way.
Yeah, so he loved it.
Yeah, he did. So we had a boat trip yesterday. We've got the She Said No. It's a, for those that don't know, She Said No is a fiberglass hull, houseboat, 2002 Gibson, and it is in really good shape. And so pretty cool interior, top deck, all that. And I was looking at this thing on the internet. We were sitting on it yesterday on the lake, and I said, man, I cannot believe we're sitting on this boat after staring at it on the internet for like 6 months. She goes, more like a year.
It was at least a year. We had discussed it. I talked you out of it. And then all of a sudden, it's in the driveway.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, it found you again.
Yeah. It was weird how that happened. So I'm one of those kind of people that like to just look on Car Trader and just I'm not looking for anything. I'm just kind of curious as to what's out there. And Boat Trader, RV, four-wheeler, whatever, ATV. I'm trying to see what everybody's got and selling and all that stuff and what things are worth. I do that with houses, Zillow, all that stuff. So I saw this. I missed my old houseboat, but I didn't love it. I didn't love the interior of it, certain things about it, but I did miss having it. And we had a pontoon, had a lot of fun with that. But I wanted something to spend a night out on the boat, on the lake and stuff. So I thought one day maybe I might get a boat that we could sleep in. So I started looking at all kinds of boats and different things, and they're very expensive. But I saw this Gibson and looked at the other Gibsons and saw the price and thought it was good. I showed Amy, and I'm looking at this thing and looking at this thing and looking at it every couple of days. I look at it and I'm like, oh man, that thing does look good. I wonder what it smells like. I wonder does it smell okay? Does it smell bad? So
it didn't smell good. Let's just say that.
Anyways, I'm good. The boat's out of my life. I actually went back on the internet. It's gone. Must have sold.
Really? The listing was gone.
Somebody must have bought it, right? Mm-hmm. All right. That's probably better. Somebody else buy it. I'm glad it's disappeared. I didn't need that. I didn't need to do that. That's my, it's okay. And months go by. And my niece, Carson says, hey, boat you're looking at. I talked about it on our podcast. She says, the guy that has that boat still has it for sale. I was like, man, you can't be talking about the same boat. I mean, of all the boats out there, how do you know? How did this guy get back to you? And I was like, send me a picture of this damn boat you're talking about. And I'm expecting to get a photo and not be the boat and go, hey, it's not the boat. This guy don't know what he's talking about. Sure enough, sends a picture, and it's the picture. Wow. It's the boat. I'm like, all right, this is the universe. This is fate.
It's a sign.
It's a sign. It's calling me. The boat needs to be in my life. And so the boat needs me.
The boat needs me. The boat needs me to fix it.
So I made a long list of that I needed to know about this boat. Does it stink? Does this work? Does this work? Does this work? I don't want to buy a boat. I got to fix a couple certain things that were going to be really tough to fix.
Yeah, major things.
Long list. So I send Sonny and a boat guy, a boat expert, marina guy, out to Gatlinburg to look at it. Sonny gets on it, sends me videos. He's on it, riding on it. Tells me everything's fine. So we bought the boat. And it took a while to get it over here. It went to a marina and set in the yard, jacked up on stilts. And we worked on it and cleaned it and fixed a lot of things. And put all new carpet in it. Got it ready. We furnished it. And we called it She Said No because Amy... Because this is just a joke.
Yeah.
And, until recently, I think Amy it finally clicked for Amy, I think, in the last month or so.
Yeah. I mean, I've been going to enjoy the boat. It was fun. It was fun going out yesterday. We decided we were just going to take Wednesday, since there was nothing on the calendar, and go hang out with no kids.
Awesome.
They had school.
It was great.
And it was great. We sat there. It took me, excuse me, it took me a solid 4 hours to like truly relax. I asked Dale, I'm like, what time is it? Because I actually just stopped thinking about all the things I have to do. And it took about 4 hours. It took him about an hour and a half. But we get on the boat. And we get out of the slip, no problem. We cruise. Dale throws the anchors out. And then all of a sudden, the boat dies.
Oh, no.
The generator goes out.
Quit running.
I mean, he had cracked one beer. And we had just sat down upstairs. And he's like, there's no motor. There's nothing's going. The radio stopped. Everything stopped. And he's like, oh, crap. So he goes downstairs. And I stay away just to not get in the business. And he's got the deck flap open. And he's looking around where the engines are and everything, the batteries. And he's tinkering and messing, and I feel like he's going to figure it out at some point because he just is good at that. You know what I mean? I was not worried whatsoever. I was getting a little hot up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, crap, I hope he gets it moving soon. All of a sudden, I hear his pitch. Like he's got Sonny on the phone, and he's FaceTiming, just trying to work through it together. And I hear his voice get really high pitched. And I didn't hear what he said, but I knew it wasn't probably something nice. And so I slowly slink down the stairs and get a little closer. I'm like, is there anything I can do to help you? And he's like, not unless you can fix a generator. I'm like, I'll just get my broomstick and go get my wand and I'll be right back. And I went back upstairs and just sipped my wine. It was, texting with Sonny and Katie. I was like, oh gosh, this is bad. This is so bad. He's laying on his belly with his hand in there, just pushing buttons and pulling on things.
I'm sweating up a storm.
Oh, he's red in the face.
Because you got to get
mad.
down in the engine compartment. We just ran and things to get out in the water. And
and it's got a little water and sludge in the bottom. That's just part of
it. Is what it is.
It's just part of it.
So
I'm like, oh no, he's gonna have to get down in that.
So Key West, we used to go to Key West all the time.
We did.
Raise all kinds of hell down there, and a day in Key West in my head, everybody does it a little differently. But you get up in the morning, you get some food, and you kind of cruise into a couple of beers around lunch or just a bit before lunch, and you just kind of steadily hang and go from bar to bar and just enjoy music and whatever. And 1, 2 in the morning, you go to bed.
1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I went to bed at 9 o'clock every night.
Well, that's
with a nap in the middle of the afternoon.
That was our thinking back to.
I was like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah, thinking back to years ago, that's kind of the process, right? And it was day after day after day of that. And obviously, as we got older, we slowed down. And now when we go down there and try to at least, because it's kind of the only Key West we know. So we go down there, and that's what Tim and his wife like to do. They're kind of younger, and
they have a route to they start at one place and they have a circuit that they take.
Yeah, and so we went down there and had fun. Tried to hang out. It worked. Yeah.
So flying in was an adventure because we're not going to talk about that.
What happened?
Well.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, so we're flying in, and you go over the water. So for a while, you lose your Wi-Fi, so you are forced to have to chat with your partner. So Dale and I are just sitting there giggling, laughing, talking about what we're gonna do, excited about our trip, hoping Junebug's okay, just talking about all the things. And we're getting ready to land, and we're really close to landing. And I look over at Dale, and I was like, you know what? I didn't hear the landing gear go down. Did you hear the landing gear go down? And that's usually a noise that's pretty prevalent. You don't miss it. And he goes, actually, I didn't. And so I start to scramble in my mind, just spiraling very quickly. I'm like, should you go tell him? And he's like, no, I ain't going to tell him. I'm like, well, all right, giddy up. We're just going to swing this. Of course, the landing gear was down. Yeah. It's just we were chit-chatting and didn't hear it.
Yeah.
So we had a great flight. And then all of a sudden, in my nervousness, and I panicked and made Dale panic.
With the crash we had a couple years ago, we're kind of a little anxious about flying still. But a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I had the same feeling. We were landing, and I thought I didn't hear the landing gear because you hear it, and I was like, I didn't hear the landing gear. Well, I'm sure they got it down. Of course they got it down, and they had it down. I don't, it's silly. But you can't help but have these little thoughts creep into your head.
Things.
Every now and then you're like, well, I didn't hear it, so
because now you're neurotic just in general.
But you're surely not going to go up to the cockpit as they're descending. Yeah, literally, there's the runway. Hey guys, landing gear's down, right?
As they're physically
that, I mean, and so
I'm throwing my arms down like white knuckling, and he goes and just straps himself in tighter.
I just pull
like,
my belt tighter. That's what everybody, like TJ always told me, tighten them belts. So I just tighten the belts. Anytime I have any concern, I'll just tighten the belt.
He just tightens his seatbelt. I'm like, okay.
That'll do it.
But our pilots already know that we have,
we're oversensitive.
Yeah,
to the things.
A level of anxiety. They know it. We talk about it. We talk to them about it. We're pretty open about how we feel in terms of flying, and so it was funny. They landed the plane, and
this is the
I
best
feel
part.
so bad about this
because Dale is also nervous and spiraling, but he wasn't talking about it like I was because I wouldn't stop talking. So we get out of the plane, and I'm just
the pilot that landed the plane is Jeff. All right, our lead pilot Joey was at a wedding for his family.
Yes. And
so we asked Jeff, our old pilot, who we love and trust 100%, who was with us when we had the crash at Bristol. We asked him to fly us to join Alex, our other pilot, to get this trip done.
Yeah.
So he's actually at the controls in the left seat landing this plane.
And he's a phenomenal pilot. Would trust him with my life.
Yeah, military experience. He's great. So he lands the plane, and we're just thrilled that we only see him like once a year when he comes in.
Every once in a while.
Flies our plane every now and then, right? When Joey needs him. He's always good to do us a favor. And so anyways, we get off the plane, and we're just having nervous energy, right? Not thinking about what we're saying.
And Jeff is also very excited to see us. And he's like, gosh, it's so cool to see you guys. I haven't been to Key West in forever. And it was like,
I said,
everybody's just over talking, right?
Yeah. And I said, everybody's over talking, especially me. And I said, Jeff, I was like, we thought for a second, we weren't sure. We heard the landing gear land. And I thought, man, we're going to land this thing and slide off the end of the runway. And that came out of my mouth to the guy who was on the plane with us when we slid off the end of the runway.
In Bristol. I was like, really random choice of Jeff's like, come on, man, you know it's okay.
Jeff's like, oh, man, no.
I know.
And I'm thinking, man.
Why is that what I wanted to say right now?
What the hell was I thinking to say that to this guy? And so, but we love Jeff, and I'm sure he's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he knows how awkward and silly we can be, but yeah.
That's one of them times when you say something, you're like, as soon as it came out, I was like, that wasn't funny at all.
No.
So that's how we started the trip. We have talked about this on this show before, and
is this serious? You seem very, very forward.
Trying to remember in my mind. My mind doesn't have all the information. Go get it. It's in there in the back.
File runner, run faster.
Yes. I was watching 50 Cent talk about how he bought. They were like, man, what's one thing you regret? And he's like, buying Mike Tyson's mansion. And he's like, what? You? Why did you regret that? He's like, man, you ever look down a hallway and be like, yep, I don't even want to go down there. I don't know what's going on down there, but it's just, it's too far. It's too.
In his own house?
Yes. And that's what my brain's like. It's like, it's like, I know it's back there, but that's a long ways to go. I'm just not
turn around and come back.
My brain's just like, yeah, we got that information, but we're not going to find it today.
It's going to be withheld.
Yeah.
Well, golly.
So that's what's happening right at this moment.
Okay. So we're just going to abort mission?
Yeah.
Okay.
We might find it.
It'll pop out of the room later, come down the hall on its own, and then chime in.
Yeah.
Golly, poor Dale.
Yeah. Like your brain's a big giant filing cabinet, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe a hall corridor with multiple rooms full of filing cabinets.
Now I'm thinking of that movie, that Disney Pixar movie, with all the emotions.
Oh.
With all the bubbles.
Oh, yes.
And then they're filing the things away.
Yeah. I bet we could ask ChatGTP to create the photo of what my brain looks like with that.
With those images.
With that movie in mind. Oh man, I might have to try that. I bet it can do it.
Yeah, I bet it can.
Yeah.
Do it while you're at the deer stand. That'll give you something to do.
Yeah, I'm going hunting. So we were. I was going to talk about pickles. I'm trying to make this make sense because people are going to be like, "Oh my gosh."
We've talked about the pickles. It's Butler's Orchard. and our friend
Butler's Orchard,
the Butler family, and they're out of Germantown, Maryland. Mm-hmm. And so our friend down in South Carolina, who is our contractor, his sister-in-law, her family are the Butlers. And so he'll go up for Christmas or whatever and then go to the farm. And he always would bring us back pickles. And like he started out just bringing us a variety of this and that. And Dale fell in love with the pickles. And he's talked about them, the garlic and all that stuff in them. Did you bring any, by the way?
I forgot. So listen, I've ate a lot of pickles in my life. And I became a big fan of dill pickles through our Whataburger in Kannapolis, North Carolina. We ordered Whataburger every day when we were at Dad's shop.
It was lunch.
For lunch. And I would always get a side of pickles, and they came in this little paper cup, and they were so pungent and so dill. And it was like, damn, I need this in my life every day. And so, haven't really found pickles that were that good. Whatever those sliced hamburger pickles that our Whataburger, the North Carolina Whataburger chain, uses, they're amazing. And so I've been a fan of dill pickles ever since.
Yeah.
He brings us these pickles, and I'm, I'll be honest.
He's skeptical about all the things. I'm sure you're aware of that. Yeah.
Like somebody says, hey, try this. It's great. I'm like, yeah, wait. I'll
yeah, sure it isn't, but I'll try it for you.
Yeah. And I've heard this before.
Yeah, right. And these just knocked his socks off.
They are insane. They are insane.
There is no other pickle or the juice that tastes like this.
No.
It is the most pungent vinegar pickle I've ever tasted. There's garlic. I think there's some onions. There's jalapenos in the jar. Yeah. And so like even the juice is like gold. After he gets done with the pickles, I use the juice for marinating chicken or whatever.
We'll leave
I make dirty martinis with it.
We'll leave the empty. Where else do you leave the empty jar of the pickle juice so that you can then drink that over the course of time? Like I'll walk over and just take a little swig like I'm drinking moonshine. It's like, this stuff is so good.
He's addicted.
You're like, all right, we ain't got any pickles, but I know I can get the sensation.
I can get a hit from the juice.
I can get a little hit from this juice. And it's be like, I almost like having a pickle until we get some more pickles. Yeah. Because they don't ship. And so we'll eat these pickles and then we're out and then we're just talking about them and thinking about them.
To go back to Maryland.
And then that's how good they are. They're that good.
Yeah. So he got down to, we were at the beach last week for fall break, and he gets down to his last jar, and then he asks me, because I leave a day later. He takes the kids to Talladega and I drive home. He's like, don't forget that jar of pickles. Well, guess what? I forgot the jar of pickles. And it's half open and it's in the fridge. So yeah, I forgot the jar of pickles. And he gets to the house and he's like, you forgot the pickles, didn't you? I was like, yeah, I forgot the pickles. But also Kobe's birthday is tomorrow. And the only thing he asked for were those pickles and some jerky boys.
Yes.
And he's like, well, we don't have any. I'm like, I know, but we've got this block of time on Wednesday and we could just fly up to Maryland and go to the farm ourselves.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. We flew to Germantown, Maryland to run pickles.
To the Butler's Orchard.
Yes.
I felt like Elvis Presley, man. In the middle of the night, Elvis Presley, the stories that you hear, you don't know whether it's true or not, but, they could be embellished. But Elvis would get his cronies and be like, let's go.
And am I a crony now?
Let's go. We're going to go get that fried bacon sandwich that I love on the West Coast. He would fly hours in his plane to go have a food dish that he was craving. Yes. Like, just really unnecessary.
Yeah. If I find Elvis, I have a chef that's just going to make that for me.
Well, he did. He had Elvis, one of Elvis's favorite meals was like a half pound of bacon sandwich or something
Isla would eat.
Yeah. And he would do peanut butter and banana fried.
Yeah.
Like he would get a peanut butter and banana sandwich and make it and
like
fry
a grilled cheese. Like skillet fry?
I don't know if it's skillet fried or dump it fry.
Ugh.
I don't know. But
in my mind it's
everything this man ate is no wonder why he died on a toilet. But I'm just saying.
So we're gonna stick with
He was trying though, man.
And keep our pipes clean.
Hey, he just came from the racquetball court. I know all this. I'm a big Elvis fan. He was trying to get right, trying to work out.
Trying to get that bacon fat
dislodged. He played a little racquetball, and then he sat down and played a song on a piano, and then he went to the bathroom, and that was that.
Yeah, well, we're going to veer to the left and stick with the vinegar and the pickles.
Back to the pickle story.
So we got 6 cases of those pickles, and we got to shop around and buy jams and all kinds of amazing things that are locally
we've never had more than 1 case. No. So we got 6 more than we've ever had.
I got nervous. We got home and the girls are out in the front, so I'm going to meet them, and Dale's putting the pickles away all on his own. And Dale likes to hoard the pickles. He likes them so much, he really doesn't want anybody else to eat them. So he'll keep them in the garage and bring one jar in at a time and like put it in the back of the pickle section of our refrigerator. And so generally speaking, unless there's just juice in there, I don't even see this jar of pickles. So I was worried about where he's going to stick them, and he piled them up and let me be aware of where they are. So maybe I'll get to eat some too.